Hey, Skol Vikings family. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? Imagine this. We're halfway across the world, hearts pounding in the Emerald Isle, and just when we think we've dodged the injury curse, bam, our captain goes down. But hold up, because today's Vikings news from the front lines in England is a roller coaster you won't believe. I'm your die-hard Vikings insider, fired up like it's 4th and goal at US Bank Stadium, and I've got the latest scoop straight from Coach O'Connell that's got me breathing easier. Stick with me through these 15 pulse-pounding scenes, because if you're a true fan, you know we rise from the ashes. Skol, our right tackle beast, Brian O'Neill, that multi-year captain who's been our rock since day one, got dinged up bad during that field goal unit against the Steelers. Picture it. Will Richards nailing a 41-yarder early in the game, the crowd roaring in Dublin, and suddenly chaos erupts. The Steelers' Cameron Hayward clamps down on our long snapper Andrew DePaula and Joe Huber, and Ben Skowronek tries this wild leap over the line, like he's auditioning for the Olympics. But he clips him, tumbling into O'Neill like a domino effect from hell. Oof, my stomach dropped just watching the replay. Coach O'Connell dropped the bomb in his media huddle with the Twin Cities crew, who braved the Atlantic for us fans back home. Diagnosis? A sprained MCL, yeah, that medial collateral ligament that keeps our big boys upright. But here's the exhale. It's not the career-ender we feared. No torn ACL, no shredded everything. O'Neill's tough as nails. He's already in rehab mode, walking down the hall to our VP of Player Health Tyler Williams setup right where he crashes. With our bye looming after Cleveland, this guy's week to week, not sidelined for the long haul. You feeling that relief wash over you like a purple rain shower? Tell me in the comments. Did you hold your breath during that replay too? Because man, losing O'Neill even short-term stings. But it could have been apocalypse now for our O-line. Who's stepping up? Veteran swing tackle Justin Skule slid in seamlessly, the same guy who held it down for Christian Darrisaw in weeks 1 and 2. Skule's no rookie. He's got that grizzled vet vibe, and against Pittsburgh he kept the ship afloat. But let's be real, O'Neill's our Pro Bowl anchor, allowing just 3 pressures and 1 sack through 4 games per PFF stats. We need him back yesterday. Alright, fam, as we pivot from that gut punch to the next worry wrinkle, think about this. Our center Ryan Kelly's battling demons that hit too close to home. The guy's a warrior, but concussions don't play fair. He bounced out of Sunday's clash in protocol, for the 2nd time in 3 weeks. First it was week 2 against Atlanta, and he clawed back for Pittsburgh only to eat dirt again. That's 5 in his NFL career, folks. Heartbreaking stat that has me yelling at the screen for better protection. Michael Juergens, our 7th-round gem from 24, jumped in like a champ, replacing Kelly in Atlanta, starting versus Cincy, and holding the fort in Pittsburgh. Kid's got ice in his veins, but imagine the dominoes. If Kelly's out longer, we shuffle Blake Brandel from left guard, where he's subbing for Donovan Jackson's wrist woes, to center, and Joe Huber slides over. It's like musical chairs on the line, and with only 8 O-linemen available against the Steelers, Jackson and Walter Rouse sidelined, we're 1 snap from emergency mode. Coach even floated tight end Josh Oliver as a jumbo option. Wild, right? What do you think, Vikings Nation? Is this O-line curse lifting? Or are we cursed like a bad horror flick? Drop your hot takes below. I read every one. Because Kelly's not just a snapper. He's the heartbeat, and seeing him protocol-bound twice in a month, it fires me up to demand more from our scheme. But credit to the depth, Juergens has 0 sacks allowed in his starts. Still, with 3 backups likely rolling into Cleveland, we're threading the needle here. Hanging on to that thread leads us straight to the edge warrior, left tackle Christian Darrisaw, our franchise cornerstone who's been a ghost this season. Remember, he missed the opener rehabbing that 24 knee, but weeks 3 and 4? The man's a machine. Coach O'Connell was beaming. Darrisaw logged all 76 snaps against Pittsburgh, his 2nd full game back, and looked like the all-pro beast we know. No pressures, no penalties, just pure shutdown artistry that had TJ Watt fuming on the other side. I'm telling you, seeing Darrisaw dance through that international chaos? Electric. He's the reason our pass pro held up despite the hits. 6 sacks on Wentz, sure, but Darrisaw's side was a fortress. O'Connell called it. I was so proud of him, and that should bode really well moving forward. With O'Neal healing, Darrisaw's stability is our lifeline. Stats don't lie. He's graded 82.4 by PFF this year, top 5 among tackles. If he stays healthy, we're talking deep playoff runs, baby. You with me on this Darrisaw love fest? Who's your O-line MVP so far, him or that unsung hero in the trenches? Hit the comments. Let's debate. Because in a season of what-ifs, Darrisaw's what now is pure Vikings grit, reminding us why we bleed purple through the pain. But oh man, speaking of pain that lingers, let's talk edge rusher Andrew Van Ginkel. The guy's a sack machine when he's right, but that neck injury's got him in a chokehold. Opened the year with 61 snaps at Chicago, a monster debut. Then poof, week 2 gone. Week 3 against Cincy, just 8 snaps, but what a tease. 2.0 sacks, flipping the script on their line like it was nothing. Now, heading into London prep, he's still sidelined. No practice this week. Coach laid it out straight. Van Ginkel's grinding rehab, feeling the progress, but we're exploring every angle to get him 100%. Neck stuff's no joke. Could sideline him weeks, but O'Connell's hopeful the timeline's shrinking. Imagine unleashing that pass rush with him and our D-line healthy. The stats scream potential. Those 2 sacks in. Minimal playtime, that's disruption gold. Without him, our edges have been average, allowing 4.2 yards per rush. We need this Viking back charging. Fellow fans, does Van Ginkel's comeback hype you more than a Lambeau leap? Spill it. What's your bold prediction for his snap count post-recovery? Your voices fuel this fire. Because Van Ginkel isn't just depth. He's the spark that ignites our defense from good to great, Skol to that. From one rehab story to another that tugs at the purple heartstrings. Quarterback J.J. McCarthy, our rookie rocket who lit up week 1 before that high ankle sprain clipped his wings against Atlanta. Man, that debut start was fireworks, poised beyond his years. Then Carson Wentz steps in for weeks 2 to 4, steadying the ship with 68% completion and those clutch drives. But McCarthy? He's itching to reclaim the huddle, and coach is cracking the door. O'Connell's plan's smart. Wednesday's a hybrid vibe, easing him in, but by Thursday through Friday, hopes are high for drops, footwork, stacking days like pre-Chicago normalcy. It's been weeks since a full practice rhythm, so benchmarks rule. Can he move without wince? If yes, we're talking limited reps soon. Stats from his start, 22 of 30, 240 yards, 2 TDs, no INTs. Kid's a surgeon. Wentz is the vet bridge, but McCarthy's our future. Vikings faithful, who's your QB1 dream? McCarthy slinging now, or easing him for the long haul? Comment your lineup. I want to hear the passion. Because getting JJ back isn't just addition. It's acceleration. Turbocharging this offense toward glory we can taste. Few, from QB dreams to fullback fire. Let's spotlight CJ Ham. That Swiss Army knife who's been IR/designated to return since roster cutdown day. The guy's a special teams demon and short yardage hammer, averaging 7.2 yards per carry last year with 0 fumbles in 200-plus touches. Placed on IR after camp tweaks, but good vibes incoming. Coach says we're popping that 21-day window this week, letting him ramp up toward return. Timing's a tease, could be as soon as this weekend's Cleveland tilt, or stretched over the full 21 days. Either way, Ham's versatility is gold. He's blocked for 12 TDs in the red zone over 3 seasons. With our backfield humming, Aaron Jones at 4.8 YPC so far, Ham adds that lead block punch we crave. O'Connell's optimistic. Both those guys should have their windows opened and start working their way toward returning. You hyped for Ham's hammer time? What's his first play call in your mind, FB dive or fake H-back wheel? Shout it out below. Because CJ's not filler. He's the glue that makes our run game unstoppable. Pure Vikings magic waiting to unleash. And speaking of that dynamic duo on the mend, outside linebacker Tyler Batty's riding the same IR wave as Ham. Cut down casualty. Now eyeing that 21-day glow-up. Batty's a rookie edge with college flash. 8.5 sacks at Utah last year. Wired for speed off the corner. IR'd for an undisclosed tweak. But coaches got the green light. Window opens. Reps incoming. Return TBD but optimistic. This could juice our pass rush overnight. Batties burst pairs nasty with Van Ginkel's power. Stats potential? His 17% pressure rate in college screams NFL ready. With our D allowing 22 points per game early, fresh legs like his could flip scripts. O'Connell. When their return would be, I don't know. It could be as early as this weekend. Tease of the week. Batty believers, you seeing him as our next Danielle Hunter? Drop your expectations, sacks, starts, all of it. Your takes keep me going. Because Tyler's emergence isn't if, it's when, and when it hits, our D-line feasts like wolves. Zooming out from the trainer's room to the big picture, folks. This international odyssey's testing our mettle like never before. Where? Hertfordshire. Yeah, that's our temp HQ. Feels worlds away from Minnesota nice, but we're adapting. After Pittsburgh's gut-wrencher, Cleveland awaits in London Week 5, then by Bliss in Week 6. Host Philly October 19th, smash Chargers October 23rd. Our schedule's a gauntlet, but with O'Neal rehabbing local, it's silver lining city. Coach's mantra? Evaluate combos, roles, resilience. We've got 10 O-linemen rostered, but depth's our sword. 8 suited up last game, and we held a 21-24 loss closer than it should have been. Wentz took 14 hits, 6 sacks, but our run game chewed 142 yards. It's chaos, but controlled chaos Vikings style. What's your survival kit for this road warrior stretch? Beer, purple flags, or pure faith? Tell me, let's commiserate. Because this trip isn't breaking us. It's forging legends, one gritty snap at a time. Legends like O'Neal, whose rehab's already humming, 100% committed per coach, because why trek when Tyler Williams is hallway adjacent? No short-term IR needed. Rules play nice with our bye. That means focus grind. Tapes, treatments, targeted drills. O'Neal's track record? Back from 23 fibula in 11 weeks. Guy's a healer. With 75.1 PFF grade this year. His returns are O-line resurrection. But spare a thought for the what-ifs. If Skoronek's leap lands cleaner, maybe no chain reaction. Steelers' stunt exposed gaps. But our protection group's heart? Unbreakable. Reichard's kick sailed true 25 of 28 career, 89%, despite the scrum. That's Vikings news gold. Adversity breeds clutch. You replaying that FG frenzy in your head too? What changes would you make? Tighter spacing. Vent here. Because O'Neal's setbacks scripting his epic comeback. Fuel for the fire we all crave. Fuel that burns brighter with Darrisaw's dominance. 76 snaps. 0 cracks. That's 100% uptime in Game 2 post-injury. A testament to our training staff's wizardry. O'Connell's pride? Palpable. That should bode really well. Darrisaw's reps. 42 pass blocks. All held. Run blocking grade 84.2. He's the constant in our variable line. Contrast that with Kelly's void. Protocol's a thief, stealing snaps from a vet who's snapped for 200-plus games in Indy. Juergens stepping up. Rookie poise. 0 penalties. 72% snap accuracy. But depth's thin. Brandl's versatility. 78.3 PFF at guard. Saves us. Emergency Josh Oliver. T-turn tackles a gadget play waiting. Darrisaw disciples rate his week 4 on a Skol scale, 10 horns? Comment it. Because Christian's not just playing. He's performing. Reminding us why elite LTs win Super Bowls. Super Bowl visions dance when Van Ginkel's velocity returns. That neck's a nagging ghost, but progress whispers sweet nothings. 8 snaps, 2 sacks versus Cincy? That's 25% takedown rate, elite efficiency. Missed week 2, but opener's 61 snaps showed blueprint. 3.5 pressures, run stops galore. Rehab's multifaceted scans, therapy, sims, O'Connell's all in. Our D's bent without him. 4.1 sacks per game average drops to 2.8 sans edges healthy. Pair him with Dallas Turner's rookie zip. 1.5 sacks already? Carnage. Timeline's fluid, but ongoing means sooner than later. Maybe post-buy boom. Van Ginkel vigilantes. Predict his first sack victim. Mahomes? Burrow? Your call below. Because Andrew's arc isn't injury. It's ignition. lighting up our pass rush for the playoff push. Playoff push accelerates with McCarthy's measured march back. High ankles a sprain, not snap, and Wentz's 612 yards. 5 TDs in 2 starts bought time. But JJ's rhythm? That's the juice. Pre-injury, 73.3% adjusted completion, 110.5 rating. Wednesday hybrid walks, reads, then Thursday drops if benchmarks greenlight. Stacking days post-Chicago gap? Crucial for muscle memory. O'Connell's cautious optimism. All depend on where he's at. If reps flow, Week 7 Philly could tease starter shadows. Wentz is steady, no picks, but McCarthy's mobility, 4.2 scrambles/game pre-hurt, unlocks Justin Jefferson's world. McCarthy maniacs. Ready for the Rook return? Y/N in comments, let's poll it. Because JJ's not backup. He's blueprint. Drafting our Dynasty 1 dropback at a time. Dynasty bricks like Ham and Batty, whose windows creak open amid roster roulette. Ham's IR stint? Minor soft tissue, now ramp ready. Fullback's full toolkit. 45 special teams snaps last year. Blocking for 18 first downs. Return ASAP. Boosts red zone efficiency. Vikings at 58% TD rate early. Batty's edge? Untapped. 4.8 QB hurries projected per analytics. Both in 21-day orbit, practice, conditionals, activation. O'Connell's vague on dates. Any point in that 21 days. But weekend whisper? Game changer for depth chart. Ham and Batty hopefuls. Who returns first and why? Debate den. Because these Vikings aren't sideline stars. They're surging reinforcements. Stacking the deck for our Skol surge. Skol surge hits warp speed post-bye. But first, Cleveland's cauldron in London. Week 5's a tone setter with O-line jury-rigged. Skol at RT, 65.2 PFF fill-in. Juergens centering, snap streak alive, Brandel guarding left. We've weathered 4 games injury storm, 2-2 record, 24.5 points scored average. Resilient as Minnesota winters. Coaches eval mode. Mix match drills, role tweaks. 10 linemen but inactive spite Rouse Jackson out. Yet run games 4.6 YPC without full strength? Impressive. Teaser. If O'Neill's week-to-week shrinks, Week 7's our horn-blowing homecoming feast. London lore lovers, Brown's blueprint. Run heavy or air it out. Your strat call. Because this international inferno isn't dimming our fire. It's honing the blade for battles ahead. Battles ahead gleam brighter knowing rehab's our secret weapon. No jet lag for O'Neill's daily grind. Totally committed. Coach says, leveraging England's base for bye-week blitz. Specialists, scans, sims. Avoided serious nature knee doom. Ruled out ACL. Meniscus tears via Ireland MRI. Week to week. Optimistic 2 to 4 weeks. Per NFL norms for Grade 2 MCL. His captaincy? Unshaken. Rallied troops from sidelines. Per reports. Stats legacy. 92 starts, 45 pressures allowed lifetime. Skol's bridge? Solid, but O'Neill's essence? Irreplaceable leadership. O'Neill optimists. Timeline bet. Week 7 or 8. Stake it below. Because Brian's bounce-backs are battle cry. Turning sprain to strength. Viking unbreakable. Unbreakable echoes in Kelly's corner. Protocol's protocol, but his grit? Legendary. Second in 3 weeks, yet Week 2 return was seamless. 95% snap accuracy post-Atlanta. Juergens sub? Flawless, 0 fumbles. Quick releases for Wentz. But 5th career concussion? League-wide red flag. We're pushing for protocols plus. Depth dance. Brandel to center pivot. Huber to guard shuffle. Practiced contingencies. Oliver's emergency. T's 320-pound frame blocked 12 rushes last year. O-line's 8-man army held Pittsburgh to 3.2 rush YPC despite absences. Kelly Kinn protocol prayers up? What's next for center stability? Weigh in. Because Ryan's resolve reminds us. Vikings don't fold. We fortify. Trenches tough as they come. Trenches toughen with Derisaw's durability. Second game. Full throttle, no fade. Post-24 knee, he's rebuilt. Yoga, plyometrics, film fury. O'Connell's glow up. Proud. Bodes well. Pass pro. Elite 0 sacks charged. Run support. Open lanes for 68 yards on sweeps. Our line saga. Injuries galore, yet 142 rush yards on Pitt. Derisaw's anchor drops ripple, protecting Wentz's blindside like a purple shield. Grade, 85 plus projected full season. Derisaw devotees, snap count goal. All 17 games? Affirm it. Because Christian's chronicles our compass, navigating storms to super seas. Super seas swell when Van Ginkel vaults back. Next nuisance, but progressing per coach. Avenues explored. Specialists? Stem cells? Whatever works. Those Cincy sacks? Game flippers, forced fumble on one halting drive. Opener blueprint. 61 snaps, 40% blitz rate. D's dip without. 22 points allowed average climbs to 28 sans him. Reunion with Turner Greenway? Nightmare for QBs, projected 35 sacks unit. Van Ginkel Vanguard, rehab ritual, meditation or weights? Guess it, because Andrews ascents our adrenaline, edging us to elite defense. Elite defense elevates with McCarthy's momentum, ankles anecdote, not anchor. Wentz's interlude, 2-1 record, 7.8 YPA. But JJ's jeopardy? Lifted hybrid days to full flow. Benchmarks, agility drills, pocket poise, pre-sprain zip, 4.8 speed bursts. Thursday reps, rhythm rebuild, stacking like Chicago prep. If green, limited looks week 5. Fan pulse, 62% want him week 7 per polls. McCarthy mob, practice peak or protect. Vote comments, because JJ's journeys are joyride, juicing the jump to juggernaut. Juggernaut jolts from Ham's horizon. IR intermission ends, window wide. Fullbacks finesse. Lead blocks for 14 TDs past 2 years. Specials ace. 89% coverage grade. Weekend warrior? Boosts 2-back sets. Jones workload eases. 18 carries / game average. O'Connell's oracle. Working their way toward. Pair with Cam Akers spark. 5.1 YPC. Run renaissance. Ham Harold's first touch. Trap or trap fake. Fantasize it. Because CJ's comebacks are cadence. Calling plays to Purple Paradise. Purple Paradise beckons baddies bite. Rookie raw, but rush ready. Utah's 12 TFLs translate. Air idle. Fuel for fire now 21-day thaw. Early activation. Rotates edges. Rests vets. D-line depth to 12 deep. Projections. 6.5 sacks rookie year. With Van Ginkel duo dazzles speed pressure combo. Coaches coy. At any point. Batty brigade. Sack splashdown. Week 6? Claim it. Because Tyler's thunders are thrill. Throttling foes to triumph. Triumph tantalizes as we tally the toll O-line's odyssey. 4 starters nicked, yet 2-2 fortitude. Pittsburgh punch. 24-21 grit. Reichard's 41-yarder heroics amid scrum. By blueprint. Heel, hybrid, hunt, Philly feast, Charger chase. Vikings vision. Depth deploys, stars sparkle. Stats snapshot. 68% third down SONV. 142 rush Sundays. We're wounded but wolves prowl. Tally takers 5-2 post by. Bold yes? Because this trial's our triumph. Transforming tests to trophies, Skol eternal. Eternal Skol sings in O'Neill's oath. Captain's code. Rehab relentless, return roaring. MCL mending? Grade 1-2, 2-6 weeks norm, no blade needed. Local luxury. Daily doses, no flights. Week-to-week wisdom by buffers. Legacy lens. 2018 draftee. 50-plus starts. 0 missed. Till now. Skul salute. 72 snaps. Held what to 1 QB hit. O'Neill oath takers. Rehab ritual reveal. Ice or electro. Share secrets. Because Brian's braveries are beacon. Blazing back to bolster the brotherhood. Brotherhood binds Kelly's quest. Concussion conquest. Protocol pause, but precedent proves pivot. Twice in weeks. Sobering, League's 2025 rules Titan returns. Jurgens Juncture. 100% snaps clean, youth yields. Contingency canvas. Brandel/Huber Ballet, Oliver Oddity. O-line Oracle. 8 Warriors, 10 total, reserves rise. Kelly Questers, quick return or cautious. Counsel me, because Ryan's resolves our rally, rising above to reinforce the fort. Fortify we do with Derisaw's decree. Durability divine. 76 snaps seamless, second post-surgery. Pliant power. 85.6 run block. O'Connell ode. Pride profound. Line ledger. Injuries indict, but integrity intact. 6 sacks. Scheme shared. Derisaw Delta. Blindside bliss. Derisaw decree droppers. Durability dance. 17 game streak. Seal it. Because Christian's charges are chant. Charging to championship choruses. Championship choruses crescendo with Van Ginkel's vow. Neck narrative. Nuisance navigated, progress palpable. Avenues essayed. All options open. Cincy cameo. Carnage concise. 2.0 QB hits. Defense delta. Sack sag sans him. 2.8 average. Reunion rush. 40-plus pressures projected. Van Ginkel vow keepers. Velocity verdict. Post-buy blitz? Bet on it. Because Andrew's auras are anthem. Amping aggression to apex. Apex awaits McCarthy's milestone. Ankle aftermath. Agility assured. Practice prelude. Wentz waypoint. Wins woven. J.J. Jules. 240 week 1 yards. Dual scores. Hybrid horizon. Drops dawn Thursday. Benchmarks beacon movement milestone. McCarthy milestone makers. Starter shadow week 7? Shadow yes. Because JJ's jubilees are jolt. Jettisoning to juggernaut joy. Joy jumps with Ham's herald, window wonder. Ramp real soon. Fullback flare. Blocks blaze trails, 18 firsts last. Special sentinel coverage king. Run rhythm. Jones/Ham harmony. 5.0 YPC tandem. O'Connell omen. Toward return, timely. Ham herald heads. Workload wizard. 15 touches? Tally it. Because CJ's cadences are calling conquests to crown. Crown claims baddies barrage edge enigma. IR ignition now inferno. Utah uproot. 8.5 takedowns. 21-day dawn. Depth deluge. Pass prowl. Duo dread. Van Ginkel/Batty blitz. Projections pulse. 7 sack surge. Batty barrage bringers. Debut demolition. Week 6. Decree it. Because Tyler's tempests are tuning terror to triumph. Triumph tunes to finale frenzy. Vikings kin. We've navigated news nebula. From O'Neill's oasis to Batty's blaze. This purple pulse? Unstoppable. Injuries? Incidents, not indictments, are depth's destiny. Skol symphony. 15 scenes of suspense, stats, and soul. You've hung in legends. Now charge up. Like if O'Neill's comeback fired you, comment your MVP pick, subscribe for daily Vikings news drops, share with your Skol squad. Let's pack US Bank. Together we roar. Purple forever, Skol Vikings.